welcome to this new appointment with the IVG Flexibility Project.
Good morning.
Today, Stefania and I will be with you for some time and we will explore a little bit a very specific field. A field where our hoses are used, engaged and involved. I mean the field of construction site where great works are built. But to have a better idea of this, look at this video.
Fabio now will help you and will explain you how to save money and let's say save you trouble, right Fabio?
Yes, it is, Stefania, thank you. The video was amazing, and imagine that there are thousands and thousands of works like that. And imagine also that these involved plans, involve materials, involve people, involve costs and budget. And imagine if any failure occurs. Your work must be perfect. We know inconvenience, but we know that this doesn't happen. Imagine, for example, when you have to redo your bathroom. This happened really to my family, for example. And some inconvenience occur with the plumber or material, etc. You don't want it at all, because you risk losing money, losing time, and I will also say being scary, being annoying, because you need to find promptly a solution. What you need is to make the right choice from the beginning. And as to the great works, I think that Stefania can tell us how IVG is involved and why there are so many IVG hoses in the field, and especially the reason of the success of these hoses.
Right, so let's say, Fabio, you said the right wording, the right choice from the beginning. That's why you have to rely on IVG. IVG is a vertical company, so it means that we manufacture almost everything by our own, starting from the raw materials, then obviously semi-finished products, then hoses, obviously, and then we can afford a special hose length with the fittings, also special one. In this particular area, construction site, let's say the bonding between IVG and you is very important. This is what also our major partner, which are well known worldwide companies like Trevi Group, like Casa Grande Group, Vinci, and like Normet, they relied on us. We developed with them their special own hoses for their own machines, as you have to know that every hose in this case is different from the other one, as these machineries are different. That's why you have to start from the beginning with us. So please send us, even now, send us your request, send us your messages, and from that we start with our team of engineers, we start to develop your own solution. Now Fabio, you will explain and discover two of these solutions.
Yes,
right?
We will go deeper into the matter because, as I said, it is a niche field, a niche sector that needs special application, special materials, special equipments. In this case, as you know, every work begins with an excavation. An excavation more or less deep, but always an excavation. And the machine used for excavation, imagine for building a mall or underground, etc., is hydromills. Hydromill consists roughly of a crane, a machine with engines, a big reel, a system of hoses, hydraulic, pneumatic, and industrial. And one of these hoses is probably one of the most important, is an IVG hose. You know that our catalog range is quite wide, and in this range there is the Volga series. But now we are talking about a very special version of this hose, the Volga HM hydromill. Over the years, our engineers, as Stefania said, have worked with the engineers and the technical department of the main manufacturers of this kind of machine, the trench cutter hydromills. This exchange of information led to the conception of special options, not only for the hose but also for the assembly. Because some of these manufacturers needed, for example, a very flexible hose but resistant. So our technicians realized a corrugated version, very flexible, but also able to withstand the mechanical stresses involved in this application. It is the Volga HM OND, but there is also another version of this with a smooth hose, because some others manufacturers asked us for this solution. I mentioned hoses, but also assembly. Why? Because not only our engineer of IVG, but also of fitting division, the department for all type of couplings, studied the different need and developed some specific handles, some specific couplings, and the way to connect some length, some hoses, up to 250 meters. Imagine 250 meters of a 6-inch hose deep into the ground. It's amazing. I know that one of our partner used this length in the project of the Mosul Dam, for example. And this is something that only IVG can grant you with. But in order to better understand what I mean, I think that Stefania may help you.
We talk about TBM, so it's better to start with. So the second part, let's say, when you have these big, great works, is the tunneling. So if you think how you have to build a tunnel, we have seen this. Our engineer back in 2015 or 2016 it was, they went to Switzerland as there was let's say, the building of the San Gottardo railway tunnel, not the road one, but the railway one. And we had the possibility to look at a TBM, tunnel boring machines. We are talking about this now. On these great TBM machines, which have an incredible cutting head, depending from the size of the tunnel they have to excavate, There are also lots of reels, monospiral or multispiral, with the hoses coiled on it. And these hoses are manufactured by IVG. Hoses which brings water, but not only, sometimes also air, used during the various phases of the construction of the tunnel. So they can be used to refresh the cutting head, or just to spray water where there is needs, and all other applications and solutions where you need it. Also air, as the TBM works with the pneumatic system and electrical, system mainly. We manufacture these hoses mainly with helix wire, but also without, and we can reach length even more than 500 meter long in various sizes, from 1.5 inches up to 5 inches sometimes. And as Fabio said, we can reach such length with special connections which we have developed. They are called low-profile connections. The most important thing of these connections, Fabio, can you help me?
Yeah,
you want to show them? Is that the outside diameter of the join has almost the same diameter of the hose. So once the hose is coiled on the reel and then deployed and then moved up and down depending from the needs, the hose cover will not be abraded. The joint is made from a male part and the female part switched on the hoses and then joined together, as you see, through a really low profile connection. And this is also very simple, as you can have hoses in different lengths and you can join them on site during the coiling on the reel. And this is really very, very important and impressive, right?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. Now a few seconds to show you two other hoses used in these great works field. One is Volga which I'm sure you know it as it's one of our well-known worldwide hose. In this case, it's used as the watering system mainly. And then another one is Shannon, but not the usual concrete placement hose, but in a different application, always tunneling. When you have to build a special small and medium tunnel, you use a Shannon on these concrete spray machines, which are made especially with the telescopic arms and which can reach really high level of the tunnel. And they have to spray concrete, obviously, to consolidate it. The Shannon used in this field are two sizes mainly. One is a 2.5 inch, the other one is a 3 inch, and they work at 85 bars mainly, used in different lengths depending from the high level of the telescopic arms have to reach. So you can have hoses in 4, 5 meters up to 10 meters, so they can move really and rely on the machinery. The last part of the telescopic arm, so the one where really there's the spray gun, the hose fixed there is with an external steel helix, which help the hose not to kink when the spray gun is moving on the tunneling.
Stefania talked about a specific application for Shannon hose, and she underlined that you probably know the Shannon hose. It is one of our best sellers in the world, but it is applied not only for this, but also for the the most common application for a concrete hose, that is placement, but also for drilling rigs. As you know, you probably remember one of the previous appointment of the flexibility project during which we discussed, we explained several and different applications, including this one. And often it's you, it's our customer that teach to us how an IVG hose may be applied. For example, for instance, look at the video. Once again, it will be very interesting because there is always something to discover.
Botte Fondations est une entreprise qui travaille avec la formation spéciale, comme son nom l'indique. Donc on fait tout ce qui est pieux, parois moulées, tirants, micro-pieux, et on travaille à l'échelle nationale. Les aléas météorologiques, les coactivités aussi sur les chantiers, et après les problèmes rencontrés des fois sont souvent techniques par rapport à des attentes de sol qui ne sont pas éventuellement prévues à l'avance.
Concernant les grandes œuvres telles que le Grand Paris par exemple, quels sont les enjeux par rapport à un chantier plus standard?
Déjà, ce sont des chantiers qui sont vraiment de dimensions extraordinaires, avec des délais bien spécifiques, et pour le coup une très très grosse coactivité qui s'enchaîne parce que le délai est très short. Donc oui, c'est des beaux challenges qui nous font grandir au quotidien. Donc nous, en fait, sur le Shannon, on a deux applications différentes. On s'en sert pour les pieux de tarière creuse, et on s'en sert aussi avec nos enrouleurs qu'on appelle type escargot, où c'est du Shannon HDS en 60 mètres de long pour pouvoir couler des pieux plus classiques ou des panneaux de parois moulées dans des endroits un peu plus exigus. Donc il est ou sur un enrouleur ou sur les foreuses de tarière creuse. Donc là où on a des longueurs de 20, 30 mètres, 6 mètres, et il est suspendu et voilà. On travaille essentiellement en 5 pouces et demi. Alors le critère qui nous a fait choisir ce produit-là, c'est justement la communication qui est facile entre nous et vous et votre bureau d'études, où vous vous adaptez à nos besoins. C'est clairement ce qu'on a pu avoir sur l'escargot de 60 mètres, où c'est grâce à cet escargot qu'on a commencé notre partenariat poussé. Là, quand on a voulu passer un flexible qualitatif par rapport à l'allongement, on est passé sur le HDS parce que vous avez été à notre écoute de nos besoins et de nos problématiques chantier.
Quelles sont les qualités que vous recherchez chez un fournisseur et qu'est-ce qui fait d'IVG un bon partenaire par rapport à d'autres?
Ben voilà, par rapport à d'autres, comme vous l'avez dit, vous êtes un partenaire déjà plutôt qu'un fournisseur. Vous êtes à l'écoute de nos besoins, par exemple techniquement, ou ne serait-ce que sur un détail comme sur le marquage des flexibles bleus qu'on a spécifié pour pouvoir avoir un visuel plus facile. Donc ce qui fait que vous êtes devenu plus qu'un fournisseur, simple fournisseur et partenaire, c'est justement l'écoute, la réactivité, l'adaptabilité et puis l'échange que nous pouvons avoir aussi bien avec Christophe et avec vous-même.
En termes de prévention des risques et sécurité, donc comme tu le sais, IVG est également très attentive à ce sujet. Sur le marquage des tuyaux, on a les logos chantier. Ensuite, avec la fiche technique, on fournit un manuel d'instruction donc sur l'entretien des tuyaux et pour un bon stockage, un stockage correct également donc, des flexibles. Et on a également une gamme d'accessoires complémentaires pour les flexibles béton, donc justement pour une majeure prévention des risques. Vous, donc Botte, qu'est-ce que vous mettez en place? Quelles sont les mesures mises en œuvre justement pour cet aspect de sécurité qui est très important pour vous?
Déjà, l'aspect sécurité, comme je le disais, pour la réparation de nos chantiers, ça a été le premier facteur aussi qui nous a fait travailler ensemble. Au-delà de votre adaptabilité et de vos connaissances techniques, c'est que vous partagez les mêmes valeurs de la sécurité. On a une traçabilité de vos flexibles parce que, comme tu le disais, ils sont tous marqués, gravés sur le sertissage. Donc on peut savoir quand est-ce qu'on a acheté le flexible, on peut lui apporter un suivi. Vous nous avez appris un petit peu à les contrôler pour voir s'ils étaient usés ou à remplacer ou non. Les notices sont bien faites. Les fiches techniques, quand il a fallu expliquer pourquoi le HDS plutôt que le HD, avec les synapses de flexible, avec les synapses métalliques au lieu des 4, c'était très bien expliqué. Donc vous avez des très bons supports qui nous permettent, nous, au service matériel, parce que nous sommes juste les acheteurs et on a proposé cette solution au chantier qui est l'utilisateur final, que vos flexibles étaient les plus adéquates pour notre métier. Donc vous avez un très bon support technique et qui coche toutes les cases, on va dire, en termes de sécurité par rapport à nos attentes. Bon, ça va, j'ai dit tout ce que j'avais à dire, c'est impeccable.
Bon.
Je suis content de travailler avec vous.
Ah ouais, c'est bien.
Et ben, nous, on est content de travailler avec vous également.
Bon, ben voilà.
Have you heard? I can tell you, Victor is a customer of mine, so I know him, and I really know that he doesn't like to lose time and money. So he plans everything, and all materials, people, etc. must be ready for use, ready for the different yards. And what is very important is that his crews are able to work in a quick and easy way. And as he said, during a visit, we discussed about the way of differentiate the hoses that they were using for two different applications. We decided to apply different transfer tape, and this is something that is not that common in the world of rubber hoses manufacturing. This is one of our strong points, and we discuss with them in order to fulfill their need, to solve their problem, but first of all, to make their life, make their work easier. Victor was talking about two different applications with the same, let's say, nominal hose, but with two specific and different structures. As in the case of the Volga HM, also for Shannon, there may be some mechanical stresses very impacting on the application, on the hose, on the system. So what we did during the years was to study different versions, different construction of the hose with specific metallic reinforcement and other specific features, especially at the ends of the length. In the case of escargot, a very specific construction of the hose and the assembly was designed by our technician. Indeed, this specific machine make descend the hose deep into the ground up to 100-120 meters. So you can imagine that the force involved are very strong and impacting on the hose. And you cannot allow that there is inactivity of the machine. You cannot allow that there is no concrete placed 100 meters underground. Otherwise, your work will be not perfect as you want.
So, I really suggest you to do like Victor. Not suggest you, do like Victor. Ask us what you need. Contact us, send us email, or just pick up the phone and we will be with you. Do not rely only on our website. Obviously, you will find lots of information, lots of hoses. We have specific brochure also in the constructions area. But please, really pick up the phone And you will be in contact first with us, obviously, and then with our engineer. We will be with you. Hope to see you next year, Munich, Bauma 2022. Finger crossed, and I'm sure we will be there. And please, you too, right, Fabio?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, and see you next time for a new flexibility project appointment.
Bye.
Bye.